It's the Super Bowl Sunday, the biggest day of sports. The biggest, I mean, really, right? Biggest day of the year for sports. It's the Super Bowl. New England Patriots, Seattle Seahawks, once again, this time in San Francisco. We're going to talk about your game lines. We're going to talk about your props, your novelty props, all these other good kind of bets because, quite frankly, I got some out there. Scott has a few. Alan probably gets dropped a couple here and there, so it's going to be a good time. Stay tuned here, and we'll get into it here on Lock It In. Welcome on in, everybody. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. My name's Tanner Dawson. Joining me, of course, is Scott, Cobe, and Alan Perales. This is Lock It In on the Rec Room Sports Hub. What a Sunday. What a Sunday to be here. Unfortunately, no Chiefs. Alan, no Dallas once again.
It's been 30. It's been 30 years. 30 years, Jerry. 30 years.
Wait until George Pickens goes off based on what Jerry did to him last night. Wait until George Pickens goes
Franchise tag. Well, I will say, though, here's the thing about that real quick. Normally, when stuff like this happens, when Jerry puts the franchise tag on this early, that means he's got a deal in place.
He has done that.
There might be some work behind the scenes, and CD has even come out and said, "I'm willing to take a cut to make sure that we keep George Pickens." So this tells me that Jerry's actually got something in place. If they've already, because it's not even the deadline to put the tag on yet. Normally, that's how long Jerry usually waits, is until the deadline day. But if he's putting it on this early, that means they're invested in George Pickens and that they've got a deal in place potentially. So I'm actually okay with the tag being on now, because that means, hey, they're working something out at the very least right now.
That's plus. That's true. That's true.
Anything to keep him out of Green Bay.
Oh, that's it. You're off the super duper Super Bowl show. That's it. Watkins just messaged me. You're off.
Anything to keep him out of Green Bay, just like that. Oh Lord! Nah, guys, we got a good time here. We got a good time here today. Ready to go. I was just double checking too. I wrote down all the boost and all that good stuff, and I was just trying to see if anything else dropped today from the sports books and all that good. Right now, DraftKings had a 50% off all sports profit boost. I don't know if that ended yet. Here, I'm checking. I don't think it has. I think it was good till the end of the night. Tonight, there's also a 30% Super Bowl boost, same game parlay there in DK. FanDuel didn't really have anything last night when I looked. Scott?
No, I did it. I looked this morning because I put a bet on the book that we all hate. Because Cooper Kupp's receiving yards was less on FanDuel than any place else, and they had nothing. No boost, no nothing.
Nothing.
So, which is it's really their sports book is really not put themselves in a lot of glory lately. So
they have not. I mean, the injury protection, they got rid of it come playoff time.
Yeah,
not that they really had it to begin with, truly. So
other like DraftKings, the more you build a parlay, the more boost you're going to get. 11 legs is 105%, and it drops down gradually. But again, DraftKings, I mean, they've done that before, and they're doing it again for the Super Bowl. But that's great, because if you got 6 guys you feel really good about, you're going to get like a 30 to 40% parlay boost on it.
Yeah, I was going to say Caesars has the parlay profit boost escalator, so it starts at 5% with 2 legs. and it moves up each leg you carry. Basically, you get a couple percent here and there. So there's that. MGM had a no sweat bet. Really, dogs? 20% boost to any play, 20% anytime TD boost, and a 33% same game parlay boost. Caesars also had a 60% live same game boost that I'll be probably using during our watch along later tonight on the Rec Room Sports Hub here. On top of that, Fanatics had some boost here for anytime TD and a couple 33% same game parlay ones. That's kind of the big ones that I saw. I gotta let the dog out.
Better, who, and we'll get back to Tanner because Basement Brood Fantasy is now involved with Better, has a 30% first TD scorer profit boost on there. Tanner, Better has a 30% first TD scorer profit boost, the one that Mikey now is with.
Yep. Yeah, and if you're new to Better, not only do you get free $10 for just downloading it, you can use promo code BBS Mikey, and that'll get you a 50% deposit match up to $200 in bonuses. So that's a great way to take care of this weekend too, on top of it all.
Right. And if you're a Basement Brood subscriber, Mikey sent out an email yesterday with some props that he liked on there.
Yep.
So I took advantage of 2 or 3 of them and built a better. And I'm going to go back in and build a couple others based on, I'm going to look at the rest of what Mikey sent. But yeah, it pays to be a Basement Brood subscriber because you get all kinds of perks from there and Mikey. So
great. Just remember, guys, it's all data driven. So it's not gut feel. It's data driven.
Right.
That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, it's
MGM's got some stuff on there too. The Score, who used to be ESPN Bet, they have, if you bet $60.
Yeah, the Score has 100% profit. Yep. Same game parlay boost on top of a no sweat bet. Basically, it's a no sweat bet that they're doing. That's the one I haven't got to the Score yet. So just low key, I got 14 bets out there right now. But I am looking to add to the Score probably later on today. And then on top of that, we have our Caesar 60% live same game parlay boost that I will probably participate in come game time. Yep. So we got a couple out there.
Plus, I got a $10 Prize Picks lineup on them. Plus, I got
you can get Drake May for 0.5.
Yep.
Yeah, 0.5 passing yards.
Play, which I'm a part of their sportsbook, $2 free entries, which I took advantage of. So check your email. If you're a part of these sportsbooks, check your email. You could have some free entry floated by you. And if you don't check your email, you're never going to know. It's a free entry. And if you win, you say you win $50. It's free money. It gives you a chance to bet on, after tonight, college basketball this week. So, yeah, check your email. There's stuff all over the place every day coming at you.
It's going to be a good time. It's going to be an exciting time. Should be a really good game. It really should. Let's see here. We'll pop up here. Game odds so far. So let's talk about the game, guys. Let's dig into it here. Next 30 minutes or so, we'll dig into the games. We'll give you our bets. No lock segment today. This is Super Bowl talk, man. We're just having fun here and enjoying it.
Yep.
Right now, you have Seattle minus 4.5 favorites. You can get that minus 105 currently on BetMGM. Everybody else is at minus 115 or more. Or New England at plus 5 now. I see a plus 5 here, and that is on Better. Better has it plus 5 for that. So at minus 115. I'd be curious how this line moves as we get closer to game time, if it moves. The
state of Washington for one day only, I heard on VEASAN, which I watch a lot, plus 6 with the Patriots for one day.
Wow.
plus 6 at minus
I would-
115.
Yeah.
So the
I would have
people
dropped
they're
it.
they're taking so much Seattle money, these sports books, that they're enticing people to take the Patriots and get some Patriots money in. Which leads me to believe that I would take the Patriots if everybody's on Seattle. Because
What's your thoughts, Alan?
What happens?
I mean, we've seen this situation before, right? I don't have to remind Scott that this same scenario happened in 2001. A young rookie quarterback making his first start in a Super Bowl against a high-powered offense with a quarterback that's looking for kind of a redemption story. I mean, Kurt Warner did get that in '99, but 2000 wasn't great for him. They lost to the Saints in that playoff. It was kind of a redemption kind of story in 2001 for the greatest show on turf. They also had a great defense with that Rams team as well, which, Seattle's defense is one of the best in the league. So it's kind of similar vibes to it. It's similar vibes because it's a Patriots team that's relatively unknown. They're a big underdog in this game. It's not in familiar territory for them. It's on the West Coast. You've got Mike Vrabel, who I don't think was a part of that 01 Super Bowl, but the history behind it, he obviously knows about it. Obviously Belichick went in 2001. That was unknowns with this Patriots team, and it's very similar. It's very eerily similar to that 2001 run for the Patriots, and it's got similar vibes to it. So I would not be surprised if again they're going to come. Because you know this, Vrabel long enough to know that they're gonna come out with a game plan to probably shut Kenneth Walker down. Either shut Kenneth Walker down or shut JSN down. They're going to shut their best player down. They're going to make you one-dimensional on offense, and they're going to try to shorten the game.
So what I've heard this morning is little leaks have come out. Vrabel is not going to kick the Shaheed today. And if he does, it's a mistake. He does not want Shaheed beating him. He does not want a punt return or a kick return. Because in the Super Bowl, we all know, defensive touchdowns, special teams touchdowns, they turn the momentum like that. I mean, in games they do too, but more so in the Super Bowl. So I don't think Shaheed return more than 1 or 2 kicks today. So, and I think what they'll do with JSN is Gonzalez will be on him, and they'll put a safety over the top and try to box him out, which means Cooper Kupp could play a huge role today for the Seahawks.
Could be. Bobo could be there too.
Bobo too. Yep. And AJ.
By the way, I saw this morning. Shaheed is most betting lines is plus 350 anytime touchdown. I think the best I saw was like plus 460.
Yeah.
So the Vegas kind of feels the same way, that they're going to try to make sure that Shaheed does not beat them in this game. Otherwise, I feel like that number would probably be lower. But
the two guys the Patriots do not want beating them is JSN and Shaheed. If Kenneth Walker scores 2 or 3 touchdowns, they're going to tip their cap to him. But it's JSN and Shaheed, I think, that Vrabel is focused on. They do not want those guys beating them. So that's what I think the game plan is going to be.
I mean, I think it's going to be a tougher, slow-scoring game, and lots of punts and some field goals here and there. And, it's just maybe go for it on 4th down a couple times. Like, it's just going to be one of those games that a public football fandom that loves scoring, honestly, this might not be the game for you. So, to break it to you, I consider this a pretty low-scoring game.
I have this continuous feeling in my mind that it's going to be 0-0 after the first quarter. That
I hope so.
Each team is just going to feel each other out, and anything close to a 4th down around midfield is going to be a punt and play the possession game in the field game. So I think more scoring is going to come in the second half. I think the first half is going to be one of those, let me feel you out. Let me see what you're doing. It could be 6-3 at halftime. It could be 7-3 at halftime. Not going to be a lot of scoring. I agree with you, Tim.
Well, let's look at this. let's look at the position battles, okay, coming into play here for these teams and their defenses, respectively. If you aren't part of it, guys, swap.com/BBFF, we have the week winner, Super Bowl week winner out there, and it has all the breakdowns for you. The big thing is right now, you're looking at Seahawks defense that is the 27th easiest. 27th easiest, which means they're really tough against quarterbacks, 25th in running backs, 28th in wide receivers, 10th in tight ends. And then on the Patriots side here, 28th easiest versus quarterbacks, 31st easiest against its running backs. I love that number so much for Kenneth Walker. 21st in wide receivers and 16th in tight ends. So they all kind of got their little space here, but for the most part, these defenses are really freaking good.
Yeah,
they're really set. You know what I mean? We can get deeper as we kind of go into stuff for individual rankings, but we're looking at 45.5, right? For total still.
Yep.
So
was this morning on most of
everybody remember that 13-9 Patriots Rams Super Bowl not too long ago? That's probably what we're going to get tonight.
13-3.
That's what I'm anticipating. So I'm kind of hoping for it, honestly.
I'm looking
because my bets.
I'm looking at 16-13 to be honest with you, something like that.
If anything, the 17-14 would probably be the biggest, probably.
There is a prop out there that has most field goals, has a either or total touchdowns against total field goals. I bet the total field goals. I don't think there's going to be many touchdowns today. I think there's going to be more. Get it to the 30-yard line and try a field goal and get ultra conservative and then kick a field goal. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't think these teams are going to go for it unless it's the fourth quarter and they're down by 4, and then you have to go for it. You have no choice. But I think it's going to be ultra conservative.
Do we see a kicker win MVP for the first time ever?
I put a little crumb on Jason Myers, and it was a $2 bet because he's plus 6,000. The only reason I did it is if he kicks 3 or 4 field goals and they don't score any touchdowns or 1 touchdown, and Donald doesn't have a good game or Drake May doesn't have a good game, they may give it to the field goal kicker. I doubt it, but they may. So I just put a little $2 bet on Jason Myers to win it. And that's I didn't go with the Patriots kicker because I think Drake May would win the MVP.
I think if you're in that kicker conversation there, you're probably looking at a defensive MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Even Warren or Lawrence or one of those guys.
And fun fact, the last defensive MVP we had was actually 9 years ago.
Von Miller, right?
Was it Von? Yeah, Von Miller.
Von Miller.
Bag of Super Bowl 50. So yeah, 10 years ago was our last defensive MVP. So,
and that would not surprise me if Christian Gonzalez has 2 interceptions and the Patriots win. He could be MVP. If Milt Williams has 2 sacks and like 7 tackles, it could be him. So it would not shock me if that's what it is.
No, not at all. All right, boys. Let's talk about. Let's break down some bets here. All right, we can go for about 20 minutes, I'd say, and let's break down some bets real quick here. Alan, give me your first bet. Give me a bet you're looking at here.
That passing yards prop for Drake May, I think when I saw it, it was like 226 or something like that. I like the under because I think as we've already talked about before, I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I think both quarterbacks might struggle a little bit against these defenses. I don't see a lot of passing yards today. So I think I like that under.
Right now, 224.5 is your number. It's up from or down from 225.5 here. Your best odds. So you like the under, you said, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Under 224.5, you can get that on FanDuel at minus 110 as your best bet there. Unless you use your boost on DK, then you can get that. But yeah, I kind of right there with you. I like the under here in passing yards for Drake May. Just in general, really. if we take a look here, I'm pulling up the week winner. The week winner. He's in the column feel good column. So for those out there, I think what we're looking here is a matchup against the Seahawks. They present the toughest matchup for quarterbacks. They rank fifth in interceptions, holding them the 13th fewest passing yards, 219.05 a game per game, seventh fewest passing touchdowns, the 16th fewest quarterback rushing yards, 13th fewest quarterback rushing touchdowns, and of course the sixth fewest fantasy points were out there. So it's quite crazy to take a look at it here. If you really want to know, if you remove the rushing statistics, the number drops to 6 quarterbacks in 17 games that were able to score 15 plus fantasy points in there, which means they performed well. But if you remove the rushing part, it's only 5, and that's Mayfield, Brissett, Ward, Stafford twice. Stafford 3 times, really, after last game. So that's it. Everybody else stinks. Seattle's defense is good. They're good. So I'm not I'm kind of right there with you. I don't mind this play at all that comes into play. Scott, your thoughts on May?
I think he's going to be ultra conservative today, and that'll lead to my bet, my first bet. I think Josh McDaniels has been in this game 10 times as a coordinator, 10 times, or as a coach on the Patriots sideline. I honestly think they're going to be really conservative for most of this game and take what Seattle gives them, which is 6 catches per game to the running back position. Ramondre Stevenson, over half a yard receiving in the first quarter. There's going to be a lot of dump downs to Ramondre, Trevian Henderson, if he plays a lot, and Hunter Henry. And that's how the Patriots are going to go up and down the field. And if we all know Vrabel like we do, he's perfectly fine with that. He's perfectly fine taking a 3-yard completion, 4-yard completion, and going down the field and taking 7 minutes off the clock. I think every Patriots scoring drive is going to be a long scoring drive, 6, 7, 8 minutes, whatever it is. So I think Vrabel's perfectly happy doing that and playing defense. So Ramondre's receiving props are like really low today. Overall, 22 and a half yards receiving, half a yard in the first quarter, 2.5 receptions. He's going to hit all those. I think. So I'm heavy on Ramondre today.
I don't hate it because I have a couple of those kind of props where in Caesars I have any running back to record most receptions in a game. And then I also have the Seahawks player to record a reception on the team's first drive, and that's Kenneth Walker. I'm all about the running backs here being part of the passing game.
That's another bet I put in. Walker over half a yard receiving in the first quarter. He's got the 2 playoff games they played. He's hit that both games. So why go against the trend? Donald likes throwing it to him. He can break it off and he can get a 20-yard reception. I just like the running backs today a lot in the receiving game. Not so much the rush game, the receiving game. So
I don't hate it.
But these are both teams that run the ball very well. These are 2 of the better running teams in the NFL. So would not surprise me if they tried to run a lot in this game.
But here's the thing that concerns me about Kenneth Walker today. He wants to hit the home run every carry he gets. Mm-hmm. And when he doesn't hit the home run, he's 2 yards and gets tackled. So and Milt Williams is sitting in the middle of that zone, and Spillane is sitting in the middle of that Patriot defense. If Walker can't hit the home run, I don't know how patient he's going to be today.
And no Charbonnet either. No Charbonnet.
So Holani comes into play today. He's only 9.5 yards receiving. See, I like all the running backs today. I think all the running backs are going to be involved in the passing game. I think this is going to be a dink and dunk game, and then maybe hit JSN and Matt Collins down the field. So I think that's the game plan for both teams today. That's why it's going to be a lower scoring game too, because it's going to be long drives. I
I'm going with you guys in this low scoring game here. My 50% off or 50% all sports profit boost on DK, I use that on Sam Darnold under 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Yep.
He's only thrown above 1.5. 1, 2, 3, 4 times since week 11. And now you're looking here twice against the Rams. He did it. He did it last game against the Rams where he had 3, I think it was, right? Yeah, 3. So I like the under here. I love the under. And I love the fact that where Sam sits right now in the week winner helps me out even more. He's in the field gross category for that here.
Yep.
And again, looking at the Patriots defense here, just breaking up the quarterback's play here. Patriots defense holding them to the 7th fewest passing yards, 200.65 passing yards per game. That's insane. 10th fewest passing touchdowns, which is averaging 1.35. And the fewest quarterback rushing touchdowns, 5th fewest fantasy points, of course. So, only 5 quarterbacks scored 20 plus fantasy points on these guys. Allen did it twice. Michael Penix, Mayfield, and Fields. Everybody else stunk, right? Obviously, that's where they're at today. So I love the Sam Darnold play of under 1.5 touchdowns. I think he gets a touchdown. I just don't think he gets 2 in the passing ranks. I think it's a Kenneth Walker. You can get Helene in, maybe something else fancy happens, right? Cooper Kupp's, I heard, been practicing his throws in practice. I'm sure it's all an illusion, but there's stuff like that happening out there. So I mean, that's probably my 50. That's what I use my 50% off, 50% all sports profit boost on in DK. Is Sam Darnold under 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. A Seattle reporter on one of the shows that I watched mentioned Cam Akers, and he could get a couple carries today.
Good. Very well, good.
He, for the last touchdown, is 650, 6,500, something like that. He's high. I'm thinking about last touchdown score, Cam Akers. Another $2 bet. Nothing significant. But if he gets in the game late, or the Seattle Seahawks are up, say the Seahawks are up 21-10, and they're running the clock out in the 4th quarter, could Cam Akers get enough work to score a touchdown at the end?
I mean, anytime touchdown plus 2,500.
2,500, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm debating to put just $2. I'm not going to put 5. I'm not going to put 10.
That's Fanatics too, plus 2,500. So
yeah, I got Fanatics as a book.
A couple bucks on there. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I don't hate against it by any means because Helani wasn't really much anything last game. So
no.
I think you're gonna look at veteran presence that comes into play behind Kenneth Walker, and that's probably where Cam Akers may come into play.
Charbonnet is going to be missed a lot today, I think.
Yeah,
if Seattle struggles,
he was last game.
Yeah. So I think Cam Akers may get more work than Helani today. Yeah. That would be my impression.
Not to mention, this is also going to be the toughest defense that the Seahawks have faced in the last month or so. Because every team that they've played hasn't had a good defense. 49ers were injured to hell and back, and they got destroyed. Rams, yes, they're a good offense. Matthew Stafford's MVP, but their defense
they haven't been a good defense in a while.
Their defense hasn't been good over the past month. Whereas you look at the Patriots, Chargers, top 15 defense, struggled in that game for a little bit. Texans, top 5 defense, struggled in that game for a little bit. Broncos, top 5 defense. Patriots are more battle tested, and I feel like they're more ready for this game than what Seattle could be, especially. And I agree with you guys. I think they're definitely going to miss Charbonnet in this game. I feel like if Charbonnet's there, there's a little bit more for able to prepare for, because that's an added wild card that you have to be aware of. But if your running game's one-dimensional with just Kenneth Walker, then you're not, like you said, Scott. We'll let Kenneth Walker do whatever he wants. We're focused on JSN. We're focused on Rashid Shaheed. We're focused on Sam Darnold.
I think the game that you want to go back to with the Seahawks is the Minnesota game. They won 26-0, but but they didn't do much on offense. JSN had 2 catches for 35 yards. If Vrabel was smart, he would have looked at that tape to see what the Vikings did. Not that he can duplicate what Brian Flores does, but he can kind of get an idea of what he needs to do.
I'm pretty sure him and Flores still conversate a lot. So
I'm sure they do. Right. I'm sure they do. So I'm sure that Vrabel has picked Brian Flores' brain. Hey, what did you do? What did you like out there in terms of matchups? What did you know? So that's the game I would look at if I was Vrabel. Was the Minnesota 26-0.
And here's the thing with Minnesota's defense. Other than Harrison Smith, name me somebody on that Minnesota defense that stands out. There's not really anybody, but they play just good enough to be one of the better defenses in the NFL.
Yep.
So that comes to coaching, to what Brian Flores does, and Vrabel's the same way. You take a bunch of guys in New England that many people probably have never heard of, and here they are. They're one of the better defenses in the postseason and going into the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
fair enough. Alan, what's another bet you got?
Kind of hard because it's like, again, it's going to be a low-scoring game. I feel like I could see Travion Henderson get a couple catches out of the backfield as well today. I'm with Scott. I like all the running backs in this game because I feel like it's going to be a dump down game. I love Hunter Henry in this matchup. I love Hunter Henry. I think he's going to be Drake May's security blanket all game long. So I like Hunter Henry as far as, if it's only like a 2 or 3 reception prop for Hunter Henry, I'm hitting the over on that.
3.5.
Yeah,
I like that. I think he'll get it. I think he can catch at least 4 balls today.
See if you guys subscribe to this. The only 3 receivers I see worth even putting any kind of bet on today is JSN, Cooper Kupp, Matt Collins. Because Matt Collins, Cooper Kupp's receiving yards is just so dang low. Like Cooper Kupp's at 32.5 on Caesars. Matt Collins in the mid to low 20s.
24.5.
Gone to. Yeah, that's who Drake May's gone to against Denver. 51 yards receiving for Hollins. He threw for 86 yards in the game.
Yeah.
Security blanket there. Stephon Diggs might have 5 catches for 20 yards like he did in Denver.
Yeah. So Alan, I love your Hunter Henry pick because I got my 20% anytime TD boost is Hunter Henry.
Yep.
Is there. So it's turning into plus 240 to plus 288. So I love that pick there. I think you're talking about Matt Collins here, Scott here, and I also got him in the FanDuel at over 24.5 minus 110 there. And we take a look here at his receiving yards in this prop here. The reason I do like it is last game against Denver, he hit that. Baltimore, he hit that in week 16. Remember, he was out the divisional series. He didn't play till week 16, so he was out a few weeks. But he still came back out, still was a target. Buffalo game, he hit that. He didn't hit against the Giants, but you look at that Cincy, the Jets, Tampa, he was over that. Like he hit this thing 8 out of his last 10 games. He's been part of this offense. And that's why I do like Matt Collins at the 24.5 mark of the over at minus 110. I love that pick.
Yeah, because I would have bet in Keyshawn Boutte under because I think Matt Collins is going to be the guy of choice today for Drake May. Because Diggs is going to get the coverage. They're going to try to stop the run with Ramondre and Trevion. Hollins is going to get one-on-one against the lesser of 2 evils with Seattle's cornerbacks. I don't see Keyshawn Boutte doing much of anything today. I don't see Demario Douglas doing anything today. I don't see Steph Diggs going off today because Stephon Diggs is going to get the best cornerback. I see Matt Collins and Hunter Henry and Ramondre in the receiving game having better than average days, so to speak. So
yeah, I agree.
You're gonna get Witherspoon, of course, on Diggs. You're going to get Josh Jobe on Mac Hollins.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna get Imawari on Demario Douglas or whoever's the slot guy. So yeah, I like that too.
Keyshawn Booty ran 12 routes last week. 12. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you all you need to know. Unless Vrabel's going to say, hey, maybe they forgot about him. Maybe we're going to go back to him and McDaniels. Don't forget, the other thing that bolsters my hope for the Patriots, Vrabel's been in this game numerous times, and Josh McDaniels been in the Super Bowl 10 times out of 60 games. That's experience that you just don't see on the Seattle sideline. And Kubiak's gone after this game. He's going to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying he's not going to be dialed in, because he will be. But we saw this with Kyle Shanahan when the Patriots played the Falcons years ago. And he was already gone to San Francisco. So just saying. I'm not saying he's not going to be dialed in, because he will be. It's the Super Bowl. But we've seen this before. This movie play out before. As Patriots. So
yeah. What's your guys' thoughts on Kenneth Walker under rushing yards? 72.5 right now.
I think he's under. Starting running backs against the Patriots have not fared well at all.
Yeah, I put my 20% boost on him on MGM. I'm being under.
Yeah, 72.5. It was 80 something when it first came out, right at the start, and I didn't grab it.
About Wednesday when I looked at it, and then I got distracted and never placed it. It was 73.5.
Yeah.
So since then, it's dropped down another yard. Which at the same time, I'm still not concerned. I think he's under 70. Was my number.
I think Javi had 36 yards rushing, something like that. Woody Mox had 17 yards rushing, and Vidal had 32 against the Patriots in the playoffs. Patriots don't give up more than 2-3 yards a carry. He's going to have 25 carries to get this. He ain't getting 25 carries today. No way. So
no.
I could be able to run up the middle with Milton and Williams.
Spillane is the key to their defense. Milt Williams is the guy that takes up the space. Spillane is the key for their defense. That's why he's got the green dot on his helmet. Vrabel, smart, loves him. And then he's got a guy, Gibbons, right in back of him that Vrabel loves too and has ultra confidence in. So they don't give up a lot. They just don't. So I would think Walker's going to be.
I think the line for attempts for him was 18.5 yesterday. I ended up not betting it because it was just too juicy. Couldn't get one of the other profit boosts I wanted on it. But it's a line I probably would look at maybe in a same game parlay style and go with the under on that one. So
I did a parlay of Donald over 29.5 attempts, Walker under 18.5 attempts, and Walker under rushing yards. Because I think once McDonald sees he can't run against the Patriots, he's going to turn the game over to Donald and say, okay, Stan, it's got to be you today. So that's what fair. I do. The rushing attempts is the one that scares me a little in that parlay. But other than that, I think the other two will probably cash. So
what other kind of bets out there? We talked player props here for a minute with game lines and stuff, but your novelty bets, your team fun, the fun stuff that's out there. What do you got? What do you guys got out there that's in that range?
This is the
go ahead.
Alan. I was going to say this is the homer pick for me, but DeMarcus Lawrence over on sacks. You're going against a rookie. You're going against a rookie left tackle, Will Campbell. He's been playing well this year. He's been itching to get in this spot. Obviously, this is a homer pick because DeMarcus Lawrence, former Cowboy. I'm glad he's finally getting this opportunity. I could see him showing out today on that defense. So, and if you put him against a rookie left tackle and Will Campbell, I know Will Campbell's played great this year. That could be a matchup that I like is DeMarcus Lawrence against Will Campbell.
Dang, I couldn't find his
it's
couldn't find his number here.
I think it's 0.25 sacks. I think if
you think is that what it is?
I think if you shop around, you can find it. at 0.25. Maybe Caesars.
I think you're right. I'm looking here real quick here. One sack is on DK is plus 111.
Yeah, he's going to get a sack. Will Campbell has not performed well at all in the playoffs. Dexter Lawrence, if he lines up over Campbell, either they got to get him help or it's just going to be a turnstile. And Lawrence could get 2 or 3 today.
So on DK,
yeah, I like that. I might bet that.
Yeah, on DK,
these are two of the best stacked defensive lines in the league too. Looking at the roster stat
game, DeMarcus Lawrence is 0.25 sacks over under minus 115 right now.
I would rather go with the 1 sack, I think, than the 0.25 because you're getting plus money on it.
I think I would too.
Yeah. Total sacks in the game I heard on that Vegas program is 5.5. I think that's going over.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams can get to the quarterback. So I think that's going over.
Because like you said, Scott, here's your interior for the Patriots. You got Tonga, Barmore, and Williams for the Patriots. On the Seahawks side, you got Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy, and DeMarcus Lawrence. Those are 6 of the better defensive linemen in the NFL.
Yep. Okay, so 2 I went to. I went to this prop in the Patriots-Denver game. Total punts over 7.5. I think it's going to be a lot of punts early.
Got it.
And
that's my. I apologize, Scott. That's what I used my 20% boost on in MGM. My Ken Walker under 72.5 was my free bet. I used.
Okay.
No,
okay.
Bet.
And you hit Ken Walker anytime touchdown. I think the Rams game.
Yeah, I did. Yep. Yeah. First TD score.
So the other bet I made. There's a bunch of these novelties out here. Kayshon Boutte receptions at plus 130. Jaylen Brown 3-pointers plus 130. Which is more? Or tie is plus 400. I went with the Boutte receptions, but now that I'm thinking about it, I might take it out and put in Jaylen.
I would have hit against Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I might do that. I might do that. The other one that I liked a lot, Karl Anthony Towns points against the Patriots team total points.
I like that
Karl
one too.
Anthony Towns is minus 120. Patriots points is plus 110. And if it ties, it's plus 2,000. If Karl Anthony Towns scores 17 points today against the Celtics, there's no way the Patriots are getting the 17. I don't believe. It
all comes down to the damn ties.
I would love a tie. Plus 2,000.
Yeah, I'd take that.
Making 5 on that. It's $100 right there, right off the bat. So there's a bunch of them. DraftKings has like Rashid Shaheed receiving yards against Scotty Barnes points.
Mm-hmm. Caesars had a bunch of fun ones there. I ended up putting a bunch in. Punt returns over 2.5 plus 100. So I put that on there. Longest reception. Who basically longest field goal versus longest catch, longest reception. And I picked the longest reception at plus 120. So I think you're going to have somebody that breaks away with a 60-yard or something like pass.
Yeah, you always do in the Super Bowl someplace.
Guy to watch for that. Kyle Williams.
Yep.
That's the only one. Drake May's the best deep ball passer in the game.
Distance of last TD scored in the game over 9.5 yards plus 110. That's what I took. I think if they're going to score in the last TD, that means it's going to be a pass from 20 yards out. So,
and for everybody out there, there's been a 1-yard touchdown in 8 of the last 10 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So you get that over the prop. The last one that's kind of intriguing to me, Kawhi points against Matt Collins receiving yards. Kawhi is minus 135. Matt Collins is plus 110. I think I would take Matt Collins. I would take Matt Collins because if he gets 40 yards receiving, I don't think Kawhi's scoring 40 points today.
The DraftKings here had first punt in the game result in a fair catch. I took that plus 215.
Yeah, that's a good one. Especially if it's the Patriots punting the Seattle. Oh, actually, no, they might kick it out of bounds. Actually,
I know it's a stab, but
they got heads and tails at
hopefully we're
minus
good.
103.
Yeah, yeah.
The coin toss.
You're right.
First year I've seen the coin toss on it. I don't think I've seen.
I did look at some first quarter stuff, Scott, like you said here. I didn't find nothing too intriguing for myself, but I did go ahead and roll with the tie after a first quarter, plus 340 on FanDuel.
Yep.
I also did the FanDuel Squares thing. I put 0-0 as being the score there at plus 500.
Did as
and
well.
then no TD first quarter plus 205. Those are my 3 first quarter bets.
I think it's going to be 0-0 after the first quarter.
I think so too.
I can't see either team like saying, "All right, we're going to air it out, and we're going to get it in the first quarter."
And even at best, right? If anything, it could be a 3-3 game. It's my thought. Like it's either going to be 0-0 or like 3-3 is in that range.
Yeah.
Unless somebody breaks out and just gets a big play early. But I anticipate they're probably going to be ready for that big play.
I did take the field goals over 1.5 on both sides. Simply for that reason.
There was there's a bunch. So much. I love
yards. Total yards of all goals.
For the love of God, people, bet within your means.
Yes.
For real. Yeah.
It's one game. And there's a lot that you can get overexcited on. Bet within your means. Please. Don't make your life stink for the next 3 weeks.
The other thing I'll tell you is 6 or 7 of my bets are just $2 bets. They're nothing extravagant. They're not like $100 bets. They're not 50s. They're $1 or $2 bets. And that's all I did with a couple of them. I know it's the bring back is like $5 or $6, but hey, you know what? At least you won your bet. $2 turns into $6.
And you're still doing
basketball.
I go for real.
yeah. So the most I bet is $5. I might throw a 10 on something if I really, really like it.
I got the 10 on my free bets and stuff, so I'll still have a few more out there. The one bet I shied away from. I had it in my slip, and then I decided to get rid of it because I just talked myself out of it. Was number of 3 and outs in the game. The number was 5.5. It was a plus 100. I really wanted it, but I was like, but I can see Vrabel going for it on 4th down and ruining this number a lot.
So Seattle has gone for 4th down the least in the NFL this year. So I don't think it's going to be Seattle.
But we're anticipating a stop right off the bat. That's the 3 and outs. Yeah. So that's where I just shied away from it.
I did no score first 5 minutes of the game.
Where's that?
I got it on MGM, I think. I'm pretty
MGM.
sure. I've hit like 4 or 5 sports books. So
I know. I got
I'll let you know on the Super Show where I got it.
Yeah, I'll be curious on that.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that. As Tanner said, there's a lot of bets that you think, oh, that's easy hit. That's easy hit. No, it's not an easy hit. Sports books don't put these things out unless there's a question as to whether it's going or not. So, like the Kenneth Walker half yard in the first quarter, I think it's an easy bet, but maybe it's not. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe it's not.
No. Yeah.
So I know the obvious talking points for the game today are, the main storylines of, Sam Darnold, Drake May, all that good stuff. But one story I just saw Adam Schefter talk about this that gets lost is the Russell Wilson trade.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Wilson being traded to Denver. They got 4 picks out of the deal, and they got a couple players out of it as well. With those draft picks, here's who they got. Their starting left tackle, Charles Cross. Starting linebacker, Derek Hall. Rotational starting linebacker, Bowie Mafe. And starting cornerback, Devin Witherspoon. That trade essentially helped Seattle rebuild their defense for the most part and gave them the foundation for their offensive line.
That's a team that knows how to draft. It's a team that knows how to draft.
Put all the pieces
That they do.
together. Get up. Put all the pieces together. Get the right quarterback in Sam Darnold. You got yourself a Super Bowl team.
Sure do.
That's a fair point, man. That's a fair point.
A Super Bowl team that's going to lose today. But
Ladies and gentlemen, the first order has
man.
arrived. The first order has arrived.
That's right. Guys, there's tons of boosts out there, tons of plays you can go after. Just bet within your means, but make sure you enjoy the game. Just enjoy the game. That's the big thing, guys. I guess let's put it out there. I want score predictions and MVP.
oh boy,
Alan, kick us off.
See how it was on one end, but now doing my research and looking at the game specifically, I have to flip-flop. So I'm going Patriots 17-14.
oh god,
And my MVP is going to be Christian Gonzalez.
oh man, come on,
Ruined. It's ruined.
I can't bet it. I'm out. He's giving me hope now. This is a baseball show
Ruined.
trick. This is a baseball show trick Alan's doing.
No. I literally looked at was like, oh, that like
I've gone back
things
and
now.
forth. I've gone back and forth so many times. Bo, I've been on a couple shows with Bo. He's absolutely right. There's not going to be a blowout today. I'm going Patriots 21-17. And the MVP, I'm going Drake May. I mean, they give it to a quarterback usually. He's plus two something right now for MVP, I think. So that's pretty good money. So, although I could see Ramondre getting it.
It's tough. It's a tough pick. This game is, it's really a defensive game here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Gosh, 45.5. So yeah, I'm gonna go 24-21. Seahawks win. Seahawks win.
Taylor's gonna be
And your
sweating out the-
MVP is Kenneth Walker. He stays under our bets that we want, but he is the guy that helps lead the charge in the end.
It's
2-1
like
game.
you're making me money, but you're winning the MVP.
That's right. That's right.
Mike McDonald will learn from Pete Carroll and run the ball down at the 1 yard line at the end of the game and not throw it.
Sure.
If any player scores 2 touchdowns on a winning team, they're MVP. They're MVP. I don't think he can be a lot of touchdowns. So
Agree. I think Kenneth Walker having to be the lone guy in the back helm after having Charbonnet there, I think that puts him over. So that's my score there.
So, I think there's only ever been one time in NFL history where an MVP was for a losing team. I think that was only ever done one time. It was like I want to say that was 71.
oh, that's way long. That's before
Was when I want to say that was when we lost. I think when we lost to the Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl V. One of our defensive players won MVP that game, even though we lost that game.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time a losing player won MVP ever.
All right, guys. I got one question for you before we get out of here. Are we gonna have a kick hit the crossbar? We're gonna have a doink. We're gonna have a doink.
Tanner, I seriously wanted to put $5 on this.
It's plus 400, man. It's plus
Doink.
400.
Do we get a 60-plus yard field? Do we get a 60-plus yard field goal? First time in Super Bowl history.
Do you know the first year they put this in? Stephen Gostkowski for the Patriots hit the crossbar, and then the next year they put it in. It's been in every year since.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I would.
It's a meme at this point. It's like, will there be a doink? Will there be a doink?
people, you can bet $1 on each bet. So if you want to put 20 bets in at $1 a piece, you can do it. $20 instead of putting four.
Oh yeah,
405.
there's a freaking deposit match and on BetMGM yesterday.
Yeah.
And I didn't pay attention. I didn't see the promo. Okay, so I emptied that account and then I was just putting enough to get back in. Next thing you know, I got all these $1 bets and I'm like, the hell are these from? Is this what they're doing instead of free bet on my $10? No, it's the freaking. I found out it was the deposit match. I'm like, dang it, man! How did I miss that? So
yeah,
whatever.
Because my email was flooded with all these special offers in these sports. I'm like at 6 sports books.
I guess I technically have like 3 more $1 bets out there that are my MGM that's not on my list right now. So, but that's here or there.
So usually on the Super Bowl, like in the last half hour, I say, "Damn, I didn't bet that. I got to go bet it," and I bet it.
Yeah.
So I save some money for the end.
I'm just gonna save it for some anytime touchdown stuff. Maybe first TDs. I'll throw the rest on or something like that. But,
I got a
I'm so mad.
I got a FanDuel DFS. Who's the captain today? Who's the best player in the game? Walker? Would it be?
I think it's Walker.
Yeah.
That's my list. Even though I have him under
Walker or JSN, one of the two. But JSN's too
Yeah.
expensive, so it might be Walker. I might have to go with Walker.
Yeah. I know this isn't Super Bowl, but Scott, how are we feeling about Punk Reigns at WrestleMania?
Love it. Do you think Seth Rollins is going to be involved in this?
I don't think so.
Said it. I hate you. Rollins is the same way.
I think it's going to be him and Breaker, Rollins and Breaker at WrestleMania.
Yes, it is. It is, but I think Seth Rollins is getting involved in this somehow. I think Seth Rollins and Breaker will be the main event of night 1. I don't think Drew and Cody will be the main event of night 1. I think it'll be Rollins Breaker, Reigns Punk main event at night 2, and Rollins interferes somehow, some way, and has Reigns win it.
It has the potential to be one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time.
Yes, it does.
It's already being built up like it. I think the promo battles are going to be excellent because both Punk and Roman are great on the mic. It's going to be phenomenal. I can't wait.
Punk is great. Punk is great. I know Stan doesn't want to hear this. Roman Reigns might carry that match. Honestly. So.
Yeah. You might want to tell Sam that when you go on the show. He's going to love that.
Oh, no problem. No problem. I'm not happy with Sam right now. He's picking against the Patriots, even though he says he loves Vrabel. I don't think he loves Vrabel. I think he wants to see Vrabel lose. Salty Sam. Salty Sam.
Where did it lead you? Right back to me.
Yeah.
God.
Everyone enjoy the Super Bowl. This is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe we're here, but we're here.
This is it for the next 7 months. This is it.
Hot dang.
But I'm sure Lock It In will be back on for college basketball. So,
we're coming back.
Baseball.
We got to talk about our day yesterday next week. So, for sure. So, but yeah.
Hey, Tanner, San Diego State covered.
I think we called it.
Air Force so bad. So bad.
So did George Mason. George Mason covered. I told you they would cover.
I know. You should. All right. We were not going to talk about college basketball here. Guys, later on today, here in about roughly an hour or so, a little over an hour, we'll be on the Bodkin Show. Okay. That is the Bodkin Show there on his channel. We are doing our super duper Super Bowl show. So come join us there. And then after closer to game time, 30 minutes before game time, Alan will be kicking up right here on Rec Room Sports Hub the Super Bowl watch along, where Scott and I are going to be in and out of that show. So and kind of hopefully seeing what bets we're winning. But make sure you guys come in, tune in, hang out, drop some chats, whatever bets. I don't care what you got. So and have a good time.
Likes Green Bay Packer talk. It's going to be on the Bodkin Show in the next hour, so pay attention, please.
Go Packers. Go Packers.
Go Packers.
Go
All
Packers.
right, come out of here. We'll catch you guys later. Well, full day of shows, man. Full day of shows leading up to the big game. So we'll catch you guys later. Have a great day. We'll see you later.
Enjoy.